a theme which sums up the current essence of African aspirations. Africa beyond aid, repositioning the youth for the post-COVID economy and AFCFTA opportunities. The world, particularly Africa, has the largest generation of young people in history. I place great hope in their capacity to shape the future of Africa and make Africa the lion she was meant to be. The Asian tigers, South Korea, Japan, Singapore, and Malaysia are where they are today because of the systematic investments they made in the development of their human capital. Their period of boom and growth happened when their populations shifted from ones of many dependents to ones dominated by working age groups. And this is where Africa is today. We should not fail to realize that we are at the brink of a breakthrough. Having said that, I must obviously add that the population opportunity will not automatically guarantee us a future of growth and prosperity. Demographic dividends do not come automatically. They have to be earned. With over 40% of Africa's working population between the ages of 15 and 24, Africa is the youngest continent in the world. This represents a staggering amount of human capital. And according to the African Economic Outlook, this number is set to double in 2045. Yet too many of our young people are trapped in poverty, with few opportunities to learn or earn a decent living. According to the World Bank, the youth accounts for 60% of all of Africa's unemployed. For those that manage to find work, they do not do so in a place that pays a good wage or develops their skills or provides a measure of job security. No one needs to tell us that mass unemployment in Africa, especially amongst her youth, is a ticking time bomb. The so-called Arab Spring showed clearly that the lack of employment opportunities can undermine social cohesion and political stability. With between 10 and 12 million youth joining the labor force every year, Africa has to pay maximum attention to job creation. Ahmad Salkida, a Nigerian journalist who has had rare access to Boko Haram, the jihadist group operating in Nigeria, has said that although the sect is driven by ideology, pervasive unemployment in northern Nigeria makes predictably for easy recruitment of jobless young people. A World Bank survey in 2011 showed that 40% of those who join rebel movements say they are motivated by lack of jobs. Young people are willing to risk everything to improve their circumstances. We have seen in recent times high numbers of them taking harrowing risks around the Sahara Desert and Mediterranean, trying to reach their mirage of a better life in Europe. What this means is that if we provide them the right environment in Africa, they will make our continent great. If these youth are encouraged to spend their considerable energies at home, Africa could experience huge economic gains. As we work to rid ourselves of COVID-19, there are evident steps that can help African countries achieve the demographic dividend and realize the vast potential of our youth present. Increasing investment in young people is key. This includes promoting quality education that prepares them for future of opportunities. A diversity of training will be needed, from quality primary and secondary schools to technical and vocational training schools, to teacher training colleges, to research-intensive universities. For young people to be able to exploit the economic opportunities that abound in Africa, they must have the skills and training necessary to take advantage of them. In doing this, Africa must fashion an education policy that is also gender sensitive, for women are a slight majority of the African population. The 21st century is the century of science and technology. The mastery of digital technology by African youth must be a compelling challenge for them if indeed they are to survive in this competitive technological environment. They have to survive. The Costa Rican example should serve as an inspiration for Africa. Costa Rica moved from being a banana exporting country to a net exporter of microprocessor chips that earns them billions of dollars, in contrast to a few $million from the export of bananas. Technology is what helps once poor people to become prosperous and to scale up the value of their economic activities. And we don't only have to look at Costa Rica when we come into technology, because there's so much also happening in Africa, and we can learn from other African countries who have taken the lead in certain aspects. When we came into office in 2017, and I just want to share with you 4 examples of areas of technology and the application of technology that we have used in Ghana to improve the lives of the people and the youth. When we came in, we did not have national ID cards, identity for our population. We've introduced digital biometric national ID cards for our population. We did not have an address system. You had to direct people generally, especially for most inner cities and the villages. You'll go by this tree and turn right, or this plantain seller and turn left. But we decided that we needed to resolve the address problem by using GPS technology. And we did a national digital property address system using GPS technology, and that has provided addresses, unique addresses, to all properties in Ghana, in the villages, in the cities, all properties. And this is a first. We've engaged Google since last year, and we have now obtained their agreement because they had to go through the technical processes to evaluate our digital address system. So by the end of this year, Google has agreed for us to integrate our digital address system into Google Maps so that people can use them here in Ghana. We moved from there to address the problem of the fact that so many people, including a lot of the youth, did not have bank accounts, and therefore they are excluded from the financial system. Even though they did not have bank accounts, most of the youth have mobile phones. In fact, we have more mobile phones in Ghana than the population of Ghana, because people have 2 and 3 mobile phones. So we asked the question, can't we find a way where we can integrate the mobile phone in terms of mobile money with the bank accounts, so that they are interoperable, so that your mobile phone can act as your bank account? And if we are able to do so, then we will solve that problem of only 30% of our people having access to financial services. Now we moved and did what we call an African solution to a global problem, because we were the first country to do so. We have implemented what we call mobile money interoperability, which means that you can move money from a mobile money account into a bank account and from a bank account into a mobile money account. This has immediately brought in all the people who did not have bank accounts to be able to access financial services. And therefore, we have been able, with this mobile money interoperability solution, we've been able to increase the number of people, the proportion of the adult population who have bank accounts or bank access to financial services from 30% to 90% in one foul swoop. We've also, another area of technology, we looked at Rwanda. Rwanda was using drones for the delivery of medical services. We brought Zipline to Ghana, and we are also using drones to deliver blood, to deliver vaccines, to deliver very important medicines to very remote areas where you cannot have easy access. So if you have, one doctor in a village was telling me that there was a time where a woman was giving birth and she needed blood urgently. It was 3 a.m. in the morning, and they made that call, and the drone delivered the blood and saved the woman's life. And that is really what we are trying to do with the drone technology. Today, Ghana is the largest medical drone delivery place in the world, the largest. We learned from what was going on in Rwanda, and by next year, we will have the whole of Ghana, every clinic covered by drone delivery. And so these are areas that we have to understand, that we are coming late to the technology. We can leapfrog. We should have a mindset that we can do things even better than the advanced nations. They're not, simply because we are in Africa doesn't mean we cannot do things better. We can do better than even the advanced nations. So there's a critical need to involve young people in the decisions that affect them. We cannot talk about sustainable development without the active involvement of the youth. Former United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon argues that when we give young people decent jobs, political weight, negotiating muscle, and real influence in our world, they will create a brighter future. Hence, Africa cannot talk about shaping the future without talking about the welfare and well-being of young people. It is important that Africa takes these ideas forward to harness the value of a youthful population, holding human rights, gender equality, development of human capital, and dignity at the center of our investments. Only by providing opportunities that open the future to all young people do we create a brighter future. My speech has many of the makings of a dream, but it is a dream that is grounded in reality. I do not accept that the African has a DNA that dooms us to failure. Africans can, like all other peoples that have succeeded, make life meaningful and worth living for their own people. We must cultivate an irrepressible desire to do right by the citizen. There is an abundance of dynamic entrepreneurial talent on our continent, struggling to express itself and take advantage of such conditions. We have to encourage this expression with full force and ensure that we can stand on our own feet and make it impossible for the systematic looting and plundering of our human and material resources that have characterized our history to continue. This is the significance of a concept of Ghana beyond aid, and indeed of Africa beyond aid. Simply put, I just want us to have more self-confidence and accept that we shall never reach the level of development we aspire to by relying on aid or external assistance, no matter how generous. It is a mindset that I wish Africans to discard, a mindset of living on charity and handouts. To get to a situation of Ghana beyond aid, we will have to harness effectively our own resources and deploy them creatively and efficiently for rapid economic and social transformation. It will require summoning up hard work, enterprise, creativity, and innovation, and maintaining a consistent fight against corruption in public life. It will also require that we break from the mentality of dependency and manifest a confident, can-do spirit fueled by love for country and the continent. We cannot subordinate the common good to build a prosperous continent to the selfish interests of a few. It is vital to this end that we continue to maintain momentum towards the full implementation of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area and mainstream COVID-19 strategies into the national AFCFTA plans, given the potential for the AFCFTA to become the game changer for Africa's economic transformation. More than ever, regional and continental integration remain the imperatives of our time to boost our production and strengthen our market and promote self-reliance. Thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, most of Africa has decided to chart a fresh and new path. It is my hope that it will serve as the impetus for reshaping our activities and reshaping our countries and constructing a new road of growth and development in freedom, which will lift the long-suffering African masses out of poverty into the realms of prosperity and dignified existence.